Leah, you still at work?
Yes, I am. Sorry, but I'm going to be home late tonight. How about you?
I'll finish at my usual time.
Lucky. Do you think you can figure out dinner on your own? I think there's some leftover lasagna in the fridge you can have. I'm really sorry, I've been working so late recently.
No worries. If it's really work, I know there's nothing you can do about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Don't think too much into it. It's just, you were complaining how you weren't happy at work. And suddenly you start working late. I'm just wondering if anything has changed.
Even if I don't like my job, they pay me. To continue getting paid, I need to put in these long hours.
Guess that's true.
Is that really so hard to believe? If there's something you want to say, just come out and say it already.
Okay, well, I won't be coming home anymore, starting from tonight.
What? Why aren't you coming home? Ugh, stop being so cryptic. Spit it out. I know you think I'm up to something, so just be a man and say it. What? What is this? What does this have to do with anything?
Leah, I know you're lying about staying at work late. What were you really doing?
I'm lying? What's wrong with being at a coffee shop? What do you think this photograph means?
Ugh, before we go there, who's this guy next to you?
That's none of your business.
What do you mean, none of my business? In case I have to remind you, we're married. Yet there you are with another guy behind my back. I can't believe you're cozying up to another man while I'm at work.
We're literally just sitting there talking in an open public place.
Then why your face is so close? Was this before or after you two kissed?
Oh, shut up. I can't remember, but we were probably talking about something we didn't want other people to hear. What was I supposed to do? Write it down on a piece of paper and slip them a note?
What was so secret that you didn't want other people to hear? Were you going to meet up next so you could continue your affair?
What's your problem? You're connecting dots that aren't there. You're basing this fantasy affair you think I'm having off of this one picture?
You don't have any right to cop an attitude with me. I've lost all my trust in you.
Oh, you need to chill out. You're freaking out over nothing.
Seriously? You think having an affair is nothing? It should be obvious, but I'm absolutely filing for divorce. I'm gonna sue you for emotional damages for cheating on me.
Are you insane? You're making a very serious mistake based on a single picture.
You're not gonna talk your way out of this.
I don't need to because I didn't do anything wrong.
You got a real attitude for someone who just got caught in a lie. Whatever. I want a divorce. After what you've done, I just can't be with you anymore.
You couldn't be any more wrong, but whatever. Ugh, can you at least give me a minute to process all of this? You kind of just threw it all in my face out of nowhere.
Whatever, but I want an answer soon. I'm not going to change my mind. I don't want to be in this marriage a second longer than I have to. The sooner we can dissolve it, the better. I'll download the paperwork and leave it at home for you. When you get home tonight, sign the form. I'll submit them to the courthouse tomorrow.
Wow, aren't we in a hurry? Is there some reason you want to divorce me so quickly?
I don't want to be married to someone who sleeps around. We could sort out splitting our assets once I officially file the paperwork. All I care about is ending things as quickly as possible.
Fine, if that's what you want. I'll sign the papers tonight.
I thought I told you to sign the papers. Why didn't you? And why does the house look like a tornado ran through it?
Before I sign the papers, there's something I want to show you.
Ugh, stop your delay tactics. This is your last chance. Don't test my patience. If you don't sign by the end of the day, I'm going to take you to court.
Seriously? You're threatening to sue me because I didn't sign less than 24 hours after you told me you wanted to end our marriage?
This is your last chance. Since I'm a nice guy, I'll think about cutting back the amount I'm going to sue you for. You don't have any time to lose, so chop, chop. Oh, if you keep dragging your feet, I'm going to sue you for every penny.
Whatever you want, Henry. If you think you can win, go right ahead. Lawyer up. But if you think you're going to win that easily, you better think again.
What's that supposed to mean? It's a slam dunk case. I have physical proof you were having an affair. Oh, how stupid are you? Be careful what you wish for. You're going to ruin your life if you try to take me on.
I'm not so sure of that, genius. Still think you'd win?
What the? How did you?
Not so confident anymore, are you? I heard the woman in the photograph and you graduated from the same university.
Well, now that I think of it, I remember when that picture was taken. It's from the alumni party we had a few months ago. We were messing around, all innocent, when someone snapped this photo.
Messing around.
Well, maybe that wasn't the best choice of words. We were just hanging out. Oh, we're just friends. We always used to wrestle each other at parties back in college. We thought it'd be funny to do it again. I guess someone took a picture of us.
You said this was an alumni party, but it was only you and her, right? What kind of alumni party has only 2 people, and you decide to wrestle?
Oh, it's, everyone else canceled last minute, so it ended up being just the 2 of us.
Is that right? Even if I believed that, how is this any better than the picture you have of me sitting next to another guy in a coffee shop? This is much more incriminating than the picture you have of me. A party with just the 2 of you I never knew about where you decided to wrestle. What are you talking about?
Oh, why are you being so paranoid? I've known her for a long time. There's nothing illicit going on between us.
What do you mean nothing illicit going on?
I'm not like you. I'm not the type to cheat on my partner.
I wasn't cheating on you. That was work.
Does your job involve talking to members of the opposite sex, alone, with your faces nearly touching each other? What a low-class job.
Oh, you really are dense.
You better watch your tone.
I guess I should tell you who that guy in the coffee shop really is. He's a private investigator that I hired.
What? Why would you hire a private investigator?
You've been acting really suspicious lately. I had a hunch that you might be seeing someone behind my back.
You had me investigated.
That's right. I guess women really have a sixth sense about things like this. The PI found my husband with his cute little friend from college. You know, I was really stressed about how I could bring this up with you. But then, you said you wanted a divorce because you thought I was having an affair. You thought if the divorce was my fault, you wouldn't have to pay me alimony, or compensation, or anything.
But you are having an affair, right?
Do you have rotten brains or something? I told you I'm not cheating on you. If you really think I am, show me the evidence.
Well, there's that photograph I showed you the other day.
Let me show you what a real photograph of someone having an affair looks like.
Wait, stop! Oh, what is this?
This is what actual proof looks like. The lawyer said it would be more than enough.
Lawyer?
Why are you surprised? You're the one having an affair. You tried to hide it. You accused me of having an affair and said I needed to pay you some type of compensation. Just how evil are you?
Wait a minute.
Why should I? Anyhow, how did you get that photograph of me and the PI?
My friend from college happened to be passing by the coffee shop.
What an idiot. She didn't know that she was being investigated, yet she happened to take a picture of the PI investigating her?
Does that mean you had her investigated too? She has nothing to do with this.
Well, I don't see it that way. I'm planning on suing her as well.
Oh, wait just a minute. Don't drag her into this. This has nothing to do with her.
Nothing to do with her? This has everything to do with her. Henry, I don't think you realize the magnitude of what you've started.
I realize it now. So I'll apologize, okay? And for the compensation, lawsuits, or whatever, we're even, okay?
What do you mean we're even? I haven't done anything wrong. Are you even listening to me?
I am listening. Leah, you had me investigated. To have a PI follow me and listen to my conversations, it's an invasion of privacy.
You broke your marriage vows. I had no choice but to have you investigated to see if it was true. And it ended up being true. There's nothing wrong legally for me to obtain evidence that proves your extramarital affair.
That isn't true. You need to stop lying to yourself.
You're the one that did something wrong, not me. If it'll make you feel better, why don't you hire a PI yourself to try and find some dirt on me? It'll be pretty hard, though.
Please, I'm begging you, don't do anything you'll regret. My friend doesn't have any money.
She broke up a marriage. I can sue her for that. It's called alienation of affection. Whether she has money or not, it's not my concern.
I know it doesn't make any difference to you. But don't you feel sorry for her?
Feel sorry for her? I don't feel a single shred of compassion for her. We can let the judge decide who was wrong.
Let's not go to court. I'll make amends. I'll do whatever I can.
Oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to go to court anymore? Do you really think I'm going to forgive you? I can't believe you think I'd ever feel sorry for the woman you cheated on me with.
I know you don't care, but it's my fault, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't want any empty apologies. But at least now I know what kind of person who you really are. You're a scumbag who tried to accuse me of an affair to cover up your own. There's one last thing that really twists the knife you stabbed me in the back with.
There's nothing else.
Oh yeah, there is. You couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you? You told your parents, friends, and co-workers that we're getting a divorce because I was cheating on you?
Oh, that's just... This is all just a misunderstanding. I'm sorry I didn't believe you about the guy at the coffee shop. Also, I don't know what the PI told you, but none of it's true. Plus, I haven't said a word to anyone about us getting a divorce.
You're still lying. Your mother called me yesterday. My jaw almost hit the floor while I was talking to her.
She called you? What'd she say?
My deceitful affair made her darling son damaged goods. She said I was a shameful wife and I didn't deserve to be in your family. She told me to pack my things and leave. Oh, there were other hateful, hurtful things she said to me, all because of your lies. I wonder if I could sue you or your mother for slander.
Oh, isn't that taking it a bit too far? My mother's reaction's normal. She's worried about her son's divorce.
I'm not angry about your mother. I'm over the top furious about your lies.
I really am sorry. You really should calm down so we could talk about this rationally.
Oh, you're telling me to calm down? Can you stop patronizing me? After all, you're the one who has more to lose.
Oh, you're talking about going to court, slander charges. It's getting out of hand. I think we should step back and rethink it all.
Rethink it? No way. You thought I would just blindly obey you and sign the divorce papers? You think it would be that easy to get rid of me? Think again, idiot.
I'm begging you, please calm down.
I am calm. You're the one that's freaking out. Oh, you're with her now, right? Tell her I said, too bad.
Why would I say that to her?
The PI played me a recording of a conversation the two of you had. It was when she said she couldn't wait to get married. It made my blood boil.
Wow, he's good.
Yeah, no duh. Anyhow, once we settle how much you two are paying me and the terms of the divorce, you two are free to get married. But until then, there are certain things that we need to resolve. Even as stupid as you are, you understand, right?
Wait. She's concerned that if the divorce isn't amicable, there'll be problems in the future. She wants to break up.
Oh, too bad. But that's all up to you. Doesn't concern me at all.
Please, I'm begging you. Please, forgive me. Let's end this nicely. Can you please just give me a chance to explain? Just one chance.
No thanks. It's a waste of time.
I'm begging you, just 1 minute.
I'm not answering the phone, but I will agree to the divorce. In return, you need to tell your parents and the people at work the real reason for the divorce. That you had an affair and I found out. If you don't do that, I'll find more ways to slap you with lawsuits and sue you for everything you're worth.
You aren't going to tell the people at work, right?
No, you can do it yourself. If I tell them, there's a chance you'll get fired and can't pay my alimony. So for now, my lips are sealed.
What do you mean for now?
Well, if you don't pay the alimony, the court can have your paycheck garnished or possessions seized. In which case, I need to talk to your company and inform them of the situation. So, I advise you to play nice.
Oh, you've already researched and planned every move. You're like a criminal mastermind. I don't recognize you anymore.
You made me this way by having an affair. You didn't think things through, did you? You should have been prepared for something like this.
Well, I never imagined things escalate into this. Just wanted to have some fun.
Well, that fun destroyed our marriage. Did you really think a simple "I'm sorry" would resolve the situation? Just how dumb are you? But I really don't care anymore. I think you need to have a nice long talk with your new sweetheart. Let me know if you want to take this to court or settle with my lawyer.
Please, Leah, don't do this. I'm begging you.
Henry and his girlfriend decided it would be easier to give me a lump sum settlement. She was disgusted about how incompetent and weak he was during this whole ordeal. When she found out she had to take out a loan to pay her share of the settlement, she broke up with him. Come to think of it, among the photos the PI took, there were a bunch of photos of Henry and his girlfriend looking at each other happily, so in love. I knew people at Henry's work quite well. So I decided I would send them those pictures for the company newsletter or bulletin board. I asked if they heard the real reason why we got divorced, and apparently he never told them, like he said he would. I'm sure this has made things uncomfortable for Henry at work. I haven't heard from him since, but that may be because I've changed my phone number. That just goes to show you, better think twice before having a little fun. It could end up not being so fun in the end.
So you finally found someone that was willing to tie the knot with you? Good for you, because I thought you were just gonna grow into an old maid forever single. It took you long enough, though. You've already had a 10-year head start compared to me. Poor man, though. All the good prospects were already taken, so we had to settle for you? Or did he actually choose to marry you? In that case, I'd like to see what kind of loser he is, especially since he couldn't find anyone better than you. Will you just stop saying things like that? When are you gonna grow up and learn how to be more respectful? Do you really enjoy criticizing everything about me all the time? It doesn't matter if I enjoy it or not, I'm just stating the facts. The only thing you're better at than me is studying. You've always gotten better grades than me, but I'm way more attractive than you. And I don't know why, but everyone always made such a fuss over you and admired your achievements. But look at where that left you. Everyone else is happily married with kids, but you only just found a husband. You don't have to make it sound like it's such a bad thing. Besides, everyone pampered you ever since you were kids because you were so cute. I don't even understand why you're always trying to get back at me. I'm not trying to get you back for anything. Like I said, I'm just stating the facts, and it's how I really feel. Because just look at you. How can I not pick on you? Everything about you is a complete joke. Fine, whatever. Oh, and I have some big news myself, too. I'm also getting married. Oh, really? I had no idea. But how great. Congratulations. Yep, thank you. I feel kind of bad, though, since we're getting married around the same time, but I'm 10 years younger than you. I promise that I didn't plan for it to be this way. But it's going to make it more obvious that you're getting married much later in life, so I'm sorry about that. Right. I strongly doubt you even feel the least bit sorry about anything. But don't worry, because it doesn't bother me at all. It's not like getting married is the ultimate goal in life. There's so many other ways to live a full and happy life. Yeah, right. It only sounds like you're pretending that it doesn't bother you. You don't have to put up a front or anything. You'll only end up making a bigger fool of yourself. Oh, and about my wedding date. It's gonna be on the same day as your wedding. What? What do you mean by that? Well, because you're getting married in June, and I want to be a June bride as well. It's always been my dream to be a summertime bride. I don't understand. You can still have a June wedding that's not on the same day as mine. Are you doing this intentionally? Of course! Isn't that more thrilling? Now we'll see once and for all which one of us is the superior one. And I just know that all our relatives will be coming to my wedding instead. Are you sure about that? My wedding date was set way before yours, and I've already sent out all the invitations. It'll only make you look bad for sending your invitations for the exact same date. No, you don't get it, do you? I'm sure that everyone prefers to see the prettier and younger bride, which is me. Why would they waste their time to attend the wedding of someone as old and ugly as you? There's no fun in that. It looks like you're going to end up having a sad wedding, but too bad. Does your husband know about all this? How you're trying to sabotage my wedding? No decent person would knowingly agree to have their wedding on the same day as their fiancé's sister. Did he even try to talk you out of it? Of course not. I'm just going to tell everyone that it was you who planned your wedding on the same day as mine. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're just going to make me look like the bad guy? First of all, have you ever given any thought to the embarrassment I feel about having a 38-year-old sister who's still unmarried? What kind of nerve do you have being all giddy about having a wedding at that age? Fine, whatever, you can do what you want. Oh no, are you mad? You make me laugh. Anyways, I have to go back to work now. I wonder how many people will fall for me today after I prepare their perfect cup of coffee. I bet they only see the good side of you at the coffee shop. If only they can see what you're really like on the inside. Don't worry, that'll never happen. I have to keep my image up as the most popular barista here. My looks are more than enough to get things done my way. Oh, but it doesn't work like that for people who aren't as good looking as me, huh? And it doesn't matter how friendly you might be either. I guess that's why you just don't understand. Okay, sure, go on to work now. You don't want to be late.
Hey Andrea, do you have a minute?
Hi Ken, sure, what can I do for you?
There's something I wanted to tell you. I'm actually getting married soon as well.
Wow, that's great news. Congratulations.
Thank you. But I have some unfortunate news as well.
What is it?
Well, the date of my wedding is actually the same as yours. So I'm sorry to say, but I won't be able to attend your wedding.
Oh, that's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing you there, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's your own wedding day, so I hope you go and make the best of it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Thank you, I really appreciate your kindness. But you've been my mentor ever since I started working here, so I feel pretty terrible that I won't be able to celebrate your special day with you.
Like I said, there's nothing we can do about it, so don't worry. Besides, I'm just as disappointed that I won't be able to attend your wedding either.
Yes, I know. So I've been trying to convince my fiancée to change the date because there's still time. But she's quite adamant about having the wedding on this particular date. She says that the date is non-negotiable, and she won't even give me a chance to reason with her.
Oh, that's too bad then. Well, I'm sure your fiancé has her reasons for choosing that date, so you can't really blame her for that. But if I remember correctly, hasn't it only been a few months since you started dating this girl? It seems a bit soon to think about marriage, but I guess you're really serious about her.
Yes, but she has a very strong desire to get married as soon as possible, so I feel like she rushed me into proposing. But I love her, so it's something that I was already thinking about.
I see. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Every couple has their own way of doing things. And as long as you're both happy, then it must be the right thing for the two of you.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel as well.
By the way, how did you and your fiancé meet again?
She works at a cafe where I always get my morning cup of coffee, and she was the one who actually asked me out first. But it quickly turned into a serious relationship.
Oh, that's right. It's funny because that's exactly how my sister met her current fiancé. Young people these days are so assertive. I can never imagine myself doing something like that.
What a funny coincidence! So your sister is also engaged now? It seems like everyone is getting married now.
Yes, but my sister, she's really manipulative and mean sometimes. I just don't know what to do with her. She's the type of person to set her wedding date on the same day as mine after I've already sent out the invitations.
Are you serious? Actually, my fiancée was saying something similar to your situation. But in her case, it was her older sister that intentionally set the same wedding date as ours. I just can't believe that some people can actually be so rude and inconsiderate.
What? The same thing happened to you? I didn't think it was possible for there to be someone as wicked as my sister.
I know, you've mentioned before that you and your sister don't really get along that well. Has it always been that way?
Yes, I guess so. We were never that close, even when we were little. I mean, there's a 10-year gap between us anyway, so we didn't have much in common then. By the time she hit puberty, I was already out of the house. Even so, she always wanted whatever I had. She even tried to hit on my boyfriend one year on Christmas.
I can't believe that your sister even tried to steal your boyfriends. That must have made you really angry. I can see why you're not very close with her.
Yes, and everything that she took from me, she's never even given back to me. When we were kids, every time I brought home any kind of award, she always ripped them up out of jealousy. And one time, she shoved me down the stairs the day before a big track and field meet. I actually ended up breaking my arm from that fall.
That's insane! She must be some kind of psycho. I never met anyone in my life that would treat their own sister in such a horrible way. How did you even manage to live like that?
Well, it all led up to me meeting my amazing husband, so it's not even worth thinking about it anymore. My husband wasn't swayed one bit by my sister, like some of my previous boyfriends were, so that's why I knew for sure that he was the one I wanted to marry. I guess you can say that everything my sister did to me was just a means to an end.
I see. No wonder you're such a generous and understanding person then.
I'm not sure if that's exactly the reason, but I can assure you that I've had to deal with quite the ordeal throughout the years.
In that case, I feel even more terrible about not being able to attend your wedding.
That's nothing to worry about. We can share one another's wedding stories after it's all done.
Yes, I guess so. Thanks for understanding.
Of course. I'll see you in the office then. Are you getting ready to walk down the aisle in an empty chapel? It must be really lonely not having anyone to invite to your wedding. Sorry that our weddings are taking place on the same day. I don't know if I told you, but all our relatives would much rather attend my wedding than yours because it's a much prettier bride than you.
I wouldn't be so sure. Your fiancé is here right now begging for my forgiveness. Why do you think that is?
What? I don't understand.
Ah, so you're oblivious. Well, sorry to rain on your parade, but someone needs to fill you in on your cluelessness. I just told your fiancé about your whole scheme and what kind of person you truly are. He wants to call off the wedding, by the way.
What? What kind of joke is this? Why don't you just accept the fact that I'm the superior one? Stop making up lies like an immature child.
I'm only telling the truth. Whether you want to believe it or not is up to you, though.
That can't be true. He said that he needed to stop by the office this morning, but he promised to make it back to the chapel in time for our wedding. I'm sure he's on his way already. You'll see, as soon as he shows up, it'll be obvious that you're lying.
Really? It doesn't sound like he wants to marry you anymore, though. He said he refuses to marry someone as manipulative and mean as you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, there's no way that you can possibly know my fiancé. I've never introduced you guys.
That's right. But there's no need for any introductions. Kenneth is one of my team members at work. In fact, I'm actually his supervisor.
What? No way, that has to be a lie. It's too much of a coincidence. But how do you know his name?
Because I'm telling the truth. This morning there was a problem with one of our very important clients that needed to be taken care of urgently. The two of us were called in to take care of the problem right away, and we were finally able to resolve the issue. And that's when we figured out what was going on, since we were both missing our weddings to be in the office.
Are you serious? Is that even possible? What did you tell him?
Oh, I told him everything. I know that you were bad-mouthing me in front of him to make me seem like the evil older sister. But I told him that it was all a lie and that in fact you were the real evil one.
What? There's no way he believed anything you said.
Of course he believed me. I showed him all of our text messages to prove my point. And besides, Ken has worked alongside me ever since he first joined our company. So he's known me for much longer than you, as a matter of fact. He knows that I'm not the type of person who would sabotage something as important as my sister's wedding.
Fine, whatever. So what happened after that? Will you let him go already so that he can get married to me?
Didn't you hear me the first time? He has no intention of marrying you anymore.
Huh? Why?
I'm sure you know how honest and genuine Ken is. So, he never even doubted you, despite all the lies you told him. But I think he finally realized what an awful person you really are. He was just apologizing to me profusely on your behalf.
What? Why would he do that? Besides, he can't just decide not to show up now. It's too last minute. What am I supposed to do? Both of our families and relatives will be here any minute now.
Oh, there's no need to worry about at least half of those guests. Everyone that was supposed to attend from your side of the family are already here at my wedding.
Huh? What do you mean?
It was pretty obvious that you set the same wedding date on purpose, so all our relatives never had the intention of going to your wedding in the first place, especially since they'd already received my invitation.
That can't be true. Everyone told me they'd attend my wedding.
Sure, they said they'd attend, but only if you changed your wedding date, right? So I'm afraid that they'll all be here at my wedding today.
Did they really say that? I don't really remember them saying anything like that. Why is everything going so wrong? It's supposed to be my wedding day today.
That's because everything you do is always half-hearted. None of our relatives took you seriously, you know? They just thought that you were acting out again because you were jealous of me, like always.
What do you mean, again?
Did you actually think that they never noticed? You gotta be kidding me. They've known all along how you always insult me and how you've always looked down on me.
How did they know all that? Why?
It's pretty obvious from the way you talk to me. I would be surprised if they didn't know what was going on. Do you remember that one time Mom and Dad scolded you for something you did? You didn't want to accept your punishment, so instead you took your anger out on me. Since then, they decided that it would be better for everyone's peace of mind to let you do things your own way and not interfere in anything.
So, is that why everyone decided to attend your wedding instead? That's just unfair!
Stop acting like such a child. You can feel free to call me whatever you want, but the way you think and behave are way too immature.
What did you say?
Anyways, so that's what's going on now. Oh, and by the way, Ken says that he's going to attend my wedding now. I guess you'll just have to stay at home, all by your lonely self now.
Shut up! I haven't been able to get a hold of Ken this whole time. Tell him to answer his phone.
He probably doesn't want to talk to you after everything I told him. He said he was disappointed in you, and that you had him completely fooled. If only you didn't plan such an outright scheme to hurt me, things could have turned out differently. You could have been happily married right now, without making enemies along the way.
Fine, I get it. I may have gotten a bit carried away with this, but I'll stop now. You have to explain to my fiancé that something like this won't ever happen again. There's no way we can call off the wedding now. Everyone will think I'm such a loser.
To be honest, it really doesn't seem like you regret anything you've done. But since it's my wedding day today, I have much more important things to be thinking about right now. I'm just gonna leave this matter up for another day. But I promise that you'll never be able to interfere in my life ever again. Enjoy your empty wedding. I'll send you some pics tomorrow. After that, Lisa came storming into the wedding and tried to force Ken to leave the wedding with her. She kicked and screamed when security tried to stop her, and the police finally had to get involved and take her away. After that, I had no choice but to explain everything that happened leading up to that day to all of the guests. Lisa was completely humiliated in front of her family and friends. But at least she had the decency to beg for their forgiveness. Having had enough of her immature behavior over the years, Lisa's family and friends decided to finally cut all ties with her. Perhaps this was the reality check she needed to at least become the proper and respectable adult that she should have been.